Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday nights. Hey, what's going on, fellas? Hey, what's going on, fellas? Jean-Rie. How's it going, Jean-Rie? Yes, sir. Good luck to everybody tonight. Hope all is well, Jean-Rie. I saw the snow and the cold that hit you in southern Illinois. Stayed away from me here in northern Illinois. Today we had a little bit of a warmer day. Finally got us a break from the cold snap. Hey, what's going on, Dave? How's it going, Dave? Josh, what's going on, Josh? Jean-Rie, you got -10. During the day here, we were doing well. I think we were in the mid 30s. It felt like summer vacation. Hey, Tony. Got Tony in the house. We got Josh. How's it going, Josh? What is up, Mr. Tony? CF Ross, all sold for tonight. Cheers, my man. All sold for tonight. We do got the listings up for next week if you're interested. But yep, I appreciate you reaching out and asking. Living life as it should be. Attaway, Mr. Tony. All right. A little bit weird today without Sunday football. I got to tell you that. But I got to get used to it, right? So hopefully everyone's getting pumped for the Super Bowl. We had talked about the last couple of weeks maybe doing something like squares or something. The more I thought about it, the more I was worried about maybe the squares not filling. So what I'm going to do for the guys on the Facebook group is I'm going to do like a little prediction, like a score prediction free of charge. So no charge on it. And then whoever gets closest to the score prediction, I think not next week, but the following week, once we set the scores, I'll do like a little pack giveaway for best score prediction. I mean, we talked about doing squares, but I was a little worried about maybe squares filling up. So if anybody's interested, you're more than welcome to join the Facebook group. It is entirely free of charge. If you go into the video description, we've got it in there. You can just jump on. We do have our first weekend of the month, a little freebie break for the people that were on Facebook. Tonight we're doing some NBA hoops after the break, free of charge. We'll get sent out to somebody in the Facebook group. So if that's something that appeals to you, once a month, try to do a little giveaway just to kind of say thank you and my appreciation. Hey, what's going on, Troy? How's it going, Troy? We got Dan B in the house. Dan B, the champ is here. All right, fellas. Well, we give it another minute or two for more people to trickle in. I've got a few things that came in over the last week that I'm kind of excited about. So we've been doing this multi-sport spot for a couple weeks, and we're going to be running out of 8x10s. I think next week is the last week we'll have those 8x10s. So I got my hands on some more slabs, but the slabs are multi-sport. So I thought that would be really sweet. So there's some pretty big names in here, just kind of front cover, but be on the lookout for multi-sport spot. I think I'm going to keep that going. People seem to like it. So instead of doing 8x10s, might switch over to this guy. So I thought that would be kind of cool. So be on the lookout for it. It won't be next week, but maybe the week after. In terms of hockey, I promised that I was looking into some pucks. So the pucks are back. We got a fresh case of pucks. I was thinking maybe starting to pair those up with hockey jersey. I think there's 10 of them in here. Box 3 out of 10. Freshly sealed. We'll open that up at some point, but be on the lookout for that. And then next week, as promised, because it is the big Super Bowl weekend, we'll be breaking on Saturday night. We got the Blitz box, baby. So this is the last one that I have. I've been talking about it for quite a while, and I'm excited about it. So the spots are a little bit more pricey, but there'll be 5 items. I'll throw in a black bag football. I got some more black bag jerseys for football. And then there's 4 items in the box, plus 1 extra black bag football jersey. That'll be 5 items. So for those people that are kind of new, or maybe you see the price, you're like, man, is Bart jacking up the prices? I am not. It's just more items, so a little bit more expensive. Bigger risk, but bigger reward. We had some pretty cool stuff come out the first time, and there's some pretty decent things in there. So I'm excited about that. If you're interested, no pressure as always, but if you want, this is the last one that I'll have for a while. I don't think they've sold another Blitz box for 2026 yet. So that should be exciting. Yeah, Dave's been on a heater, looking to continue that streak. Dave, you've been on a heater the last several weeks. So for sure. Yeah, the pucks are going to be sweet. I'll try to pair them up with the hockey jerseys. We seem to have a good crop of people that are into hockey now, so I think that will help and hopefully get more hits for more people. So, all right, guys, if you're a returning guy, which I know a lot of you guys are, welcome back. Call Your Shot Sports Breaks Memorabilia. My name is Bart. For the people that are new, welcome aboard. We're happy to have you. This week, we've got a couple items on the table for football. We've got our last little 8x10. And then we'll start shifting gears in football and start doing some different things. I've got some more slabs, and I've got some black bags and stuff like that. We also have the Gold Rush sign-in slab for football that's been doing us right lately. Emmitt Smith. We had, Marshall Falk. So, I mean, that's been pretty sweet. So this will be the football. That'll be the first break I do here tonight. Then we'll do some hockey, which I have been just really into hockey lately. I think Darren got me into it, so, and everybody else here seems excited about it. So I've been watching a lot of hockey lately. That will probably fill the void of football for me on the weekends. And my last box for basketball, I'm going to try to get some more basketball going. In the multi-sport, there's going to be basketball and things like that, but just pure basketball, this is my last jersey for the time being. I'll try to look into getting some more. And last but not least, in the multi-sport 8x10s for tonight, we've been working our way through the case. We've only got a handful left, so we're going to do envelope 7 and 8 tonight. In the box, just 9 and 10. So that will be next week. Once we exhaust these, we'll keep the multi-sport going. Like I said, I've got some multi-sport jerseys. I've got some sign-in slabs. So I thought that would be fun. All right. So that is the plan. And then, like I said, after all of these items are opened up, we will do the NBA hoops. So I got a little hanger box here for the Facebook guys. We had 10 people that jumped into it. We'll random that off, and we'll open that up here at the end of the break. All right, I think it's time to get into this. So I hope all is well. Well, like I said, we're completely sold out. Thanks for everybody picking up the spot, and for all the people that came through over the last 2 days to help fill the break. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's get after it. So for the football, we'll start with the 8x10, and then we'll go into the sign and slab and kind of work our way from there. So let's go 8x10. A friendly reminder that eBay does require that I mark all teams as shipped, even if your team is not the one that hits. If your team shows with the tracking number, that is your confirmation that your team hits and that you'll be receiving the item. I'm going to get these out tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, depending on when my mailman stops by to pick them up. So that will be the plan. If he's not going to pick them up, then I will drop them off. So just a friendly reminder with that. Otherwise, we're going to take you on a quick trip around the envelope. We've seen them before for the 8x10s. There's not too many places to open them. Just got a little pull tab there, which, as you can see, is in good glossy working order. All right, can't really open up the envelope anywhere else. So, all right, guys, let's get after it. We had a really solid week last week, and let's continue it. This is our last 8x10 from this little fresh case. I'm hoping that it's holding one of these bangers for us one last time. And maybe then that will encourage me to get some more, or we'll just stick with the multi-sport. All right, here we go. Pull tab is there. Good luck to all teams. Let's get after it. How about a hit right from the start? All right, there goes the pull tab. Let's do it. Good luck to everybody. Good luck to all teams. Oh, baby. Well, we had to wait for it, but that's a nice hit right there. That's a good way to start it. Bang. All right. In case if you don't know who we're looking at, this is Joe Montana, just a little guy from the country. Joe Montana. Boom. The last 8x10. We had to wait for it. Gold Sharpie on a dark background. JSA certified. It's got the NFL certification there as well. That's sweet. And then on the JSA, we got AL 60945. AL 60945. Joe Montana. That'll do. And the names just keep on coming, fellas. That's sweet. It's a cool shot of him, too. All right. Nice hit to start. All right, let's go take a look. San Francisco 49ers. For the San Francisco 49ers. This week we got Mike A. Mike A. Mike had a really nice break last week, and he's starting off strong here. There he is. Congrats, Mike. Mike is a solid dude. Just because I know somebody's going to ask, he didn't take me up on my meatball sandwich offer for any of the items from last week. Respectfully, I did send him everything that he got. So Mike's a solid dude. Congrats, Mike. That's a nice addition to your PC. Congrats. All right. If that's how we're going to start it, let's see what comes out of the Signed and Slabbed. We know the Signed and Slabbed has got multiple modes of transparency, cellophane wrapping, secondary seal, black bag on the inside. Quick trip around. Everything in good working order. And patented secondary seal. All right, let's get after it. We got to get down to that black bag. All right, cellophane wrapping in the books. All right, guys. Secondary seal. Crispy. No more. All right, let's do it. Black bag. Joe Montana to start. How about another big name quarterback right here? Or a big name running back? Or a wide receiver? Maybe no lineman. Maybe no offensive lineman. All right. Quick little tiny trip around. Let's do it, guys. I say it every week, but I'm impressed by these little Gold Rush Signed and Slabs. I've enjoyed them quite a bit. Hopefully you have as well. Good luck to all teams. All right, here we go. What do we got this week? Ooh, another really solid name. How about Warren Sapp on a rookie card? Upper Deck, Warren Sapp, PSA, DNA certified, Gem Mint 10. That's a cool photo of him. Blue Sharpie. Warren Sapp. And this is Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is going to be the Buccaneers. You can see right there. Warren Sapp, Buccaneers. Rookie card. Star rookie. Defensive tackle. Well, I said no offensive line. I didn't say no defensive line. He's a beast. First round, 12th overall selection, 6'1", 281 out of Miami. Beast. PSA, DNA certified, Warren Sapp, Gem 10. On the upper deck, Star Rookies. And then Tampa Bay Bucks. Tampa Bay Bucks this week. Let's go take a look. Tampa Bay Bucks is going out to Ashley. This one's going out to Ashley A. Congrats, Ashley. Ashley been in the breaks for the last several weeks. Had a couple really nice hits. Warren Sapp and Joe Montana. That's pretty sweet. All right. I think we'll shift gears, go over to hockey, which, like I said, I've been watching a lot more of lately. All right. Still got several more boxes of this. And then maybe after next week, I'll start pairing it up with a puck. And we'll see how it goes. We've had some nice hits out of the pucks. All right, here we go. Oh, nice. I think we got a new person. So. All right. I imagine it's Kyle. Welcome aboard, Kyle. If I got it right, just by looking at the name. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. All right, we're looking for stars. Some people are trying to manifest it, so. Yeah, Ashley's got a little hot streak going. Yeah, welcome aboard. Jean-Rie's calling out the Dallas Stars. He wants a Stars hit. Okay, let's see what we can do for you, Jean-Rie. And if anybody else wants to manifest some of the good luck, feel free. All right, we know Gold Rush, cellophane wrapping, secondary seal. Let's do it. I myself think we might be due for one of these hits on the front. All right, here we go. Good luck to everybody in the hockey break. There goes the cellophane. All right, here we go. Secondary seal. Good work in order, crispy. Let's do it. All right, good luck to all teams. And we got some guys been waiting on some hits. Good luck to all teams. There goes the seal. Let's see what we got. Good luck to all teams. Here we go. Did John Reed just do it? All right, we've got Hatcher. We've got Hatcher on the green, whites, and black. Big old autograph with the number inscription. That was a cool looking autograph. It is Beckett certified. I've got 2 W9 28999. 2 W9 28999. Hatcher. All right, let's take a look. Did John Reed just manifest it? Hatcher on the number 2. Oh, no. Psyched out. Minnesota. There's a Minnesota hit. Minnesota. In this case, Minnesota. I'll have to go take a look at who I got here. I'm not sure if Darren's in the house tonight. I know Darren's got a lot of responsibilities as a dad, so, and he's a good one at that. He might just be doing his dad thing tonight. All right, let's take a look. Hatcher. Minnesota North Stars. And then Minnesota North Stars became the Dallas Stars, no? 1 second here, fellas. This is Darian Hatcher. Darian Hatcher, defenseman. He's a lefty. One-time Cup winner. One-time All-Star. Yeah, Minnesota North Star, who then became the Dallas Stars. So this is going to be a Dallas hit. Of course, if the team is not around, then it would go to the team that they became. So we see it in football for the St. Louis Rams. So this is going to be a Stars hit. Just like other teams that are not around. If it was like the Coyotes or things like that, then it would go to the team that they became. So yeah, Minnesota North Stars. We have it here. And then 1993, became the Dallas Stars. And then he continued to play on Dallas for almost the remainder of his career. He played Dallas 12 years. And even on NHL hockey or hockeyreference.com, pro hockeyreference.com, it treats all of those years as Dallas. So this is going to be a Dallas hit. So congrats, Dallas. This one's going out to Jean-Rie. So Jean-Rie manifesting the energy. Congrats to Jean-Rie. So Jean-Rie, congrats. Yeah. Call your shot, Sports Breaks. Jean-Rie called it. So I got a Darian Hatcher coming your way. Just color scheme alone, I was thinking the same thing when it opened up. So makes sense. All right. Hatcher going out to the Stars. All right. Give me a second to do some housekeeping here. We'll do basketball next. We've had some solid hits come out of basketball as well. I will get these guys moved back here so we can still see them. All right. We'll push Hatcher back. All right. We'll move on to the basketball break. So then basketball. Yeah. Hashtag called your shot. I love it, fellas. I love the energy for Jean-Rie. Jean-Rie, really solid dude. All right. Same thing. We got some more Gold Rush. All right, yeah. I was waiting for it. So now we got Seattle Sonics jersey coming. All right. I was waiting for the next person to say it after Jean-Rie called it, so why not? All right, quick trip around the box. Gold Rush. We know the deal. Cellophane wrap in. Secondary seal. All right, good luck to everybody in basketball. We got some people that want to keep a streak alive. We got some people that want to start a streak. Let's do it. Good luck to all teams. There goes the cellophane. All right, here we go. Secondary seal. Patented. Looking crispy. All right, let's do this thing. Good luck to all teams. Some really solid names up here. Here we go. There goes the seal. Good luck, everybody. Good luck to all teams. Here we go. What do we got this week? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I imagine you guys know what that is. That's a nice way to end off the basketball. There's been a lot of talk about this guy lately. There it is. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Big old 3-4. There's the autograph there, fellas. Looks good. Beautiful little autograph. Stayed out of the stitching. Little silver Sharpie there. JSA cert. The Greek Freak. JSA WPP9 02421. WP P9 02421. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't think I'm going to take this one out. I don't think I'm going to take this guy out. All right, nice JSA, sir. Beautiful. This one's going out to the Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks. Man, it's another big name. Very solid hit. I'm jealous of that one. Kind of jealous of all of them, but relatively like close wise, I'm pretty close to Milwaukee. All right, Milwaukee Bucks this week. Milwaukee Bucks, Dan B. Dan B. The champ is here. Dan B. Dan B, another one of the regular guys. Really solid dude. Always congratulating people for their hits. That's awesome. Dan B. That's awesome. And I know Dan B's a big basketball guy. I know he collects with his son. I remember when he originally tried out the breaks. They did like a really nice basketball card, Tracy McGrady, I believe. I'm still jealous of that T-Mac. It was like, I think it was purple Sharpie on a black background. I still think about that card. Dan B, that's awesome. Congrats, Dan. I'm going to take the box off the table, but I'm going to leave this guy right here. I'm going to flip it around so we can see those numbers, see that autograph. Hatcher will scoot down just a touch. All right. The Greek Freak. No, yeah. It did have that color scheme. No, yeah. I get you, Dave. For sure, Josh. Yeah. When I peered into it, it looked like old school Sonics. It would have been cool if it was like Detlef Shrimp or one of those guys, Kemp. But there ain't nothing wrong with the Greek Freak. So what a hit. Hey, that's awesome, Dan. Giannis is one of his favorite players. That's sick. Be a nice birthday present or a Christmas one. So that's awesome. That makes me happy. That fills my heart. Yeah. That McGrady card was sick. No way. Dave J. No way. You got into two cases and hit 7 jerseys. Holy smokes. Who did you hit, if you don't mind me asking? Any big names like Giannis? 7 jerseys. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that luck. But yeah, what'd you get? I'd be curious to know. That's awesome. His birthday's in March. That's awesome. Right around March Madness too. One of them was Curry. Oh man. Okay, so I think you're doing just fine there, Dave. You got some really good luck, my man. Hopefully it continues riding out for you. All right. We got 2 more items in the break, and then we'll shift over and do some NBA hoops. So we've got envelope 7 and 8 coming out for the multi-sport. So let's do it. Why not start with 7? It just makes sense. So then for the multi-sports, we've got basketball, baseball, hockey, football, and other. Of course, the other spot is anything else. Not one of the main sports listed. WWE, boxing, swimming, whatever the case may be. All right. Quick little trip around the envelope. As you guys can see, pull tab looking crispy. Man, I'm excited for the guys that hit here. Of course, if your teams didn't hit, I friendly apologize, but stick with it. If you come week to week, there might be a monster lurking there for you. So, all right. Good luck to all teams in the multi-sport. Let's do it. Envelope number 7. I can't wait to see what those signed and slab multi-sports hold. There's a potential for some big name soccer hits in there. I think I saw Neymar on the front cover. So that's pretty dope. I wouldn't mind seeing some cool hits out of other sports too. All right. Here we go, guys. Good luck to everybody in the multi-sport. Let's get after it. All right. Looks like right off the jump, we've got some football. So football coming our way. Back-to-back national championships photo. Beckett cert. It's got a bunch of different little certifications and Hollows on here. Sweet. Looks like Bama. Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy. Now, with football players, I usually worry about injuries and things like that. What got Eddie Lacy was the buffet line, I think. Man, the guy could just, I think he just put on too much weight. But man, he was a beast. I remember watching him play in college the first couple years on the Packers. Man. Yeah. Cheeseburger Eddie. Yeah, the buffet line got him. But yes, he was absolutely a monster. He definitely haunted me on a few Sundays as a Bears fan. That's dope. And it's back-to-back national champs there. That's a cool one for the football spot. Big old autograph. Blue Sharpie. That's pretty nice. I think I'm going to put him in front here. I can't cover Joe with Eddie. All right. So then for the football spot for the 8x10s, Tony. So we got Tony R. So then Tony R takes down the football. Not to be confused with Tony W. Tony R is, I think, one of our new guys. So congrats, Tony R. Picked up a lot of spots. I appreciate it. Giving it a try. Eddie Lacy coming your way. Absolute monster in college. Back-to-back natties. All right. So let's do it. How about envelope number 8, which will be the last item for the break here tonight. And then we'll shift gears and head over to NBA Hoops and see who in the Facebook group will take that one down. All right, quick trip around the envelope. As you can see, glossy and intact. Seven jerseys in a dual case break. Dang, Dave. I'm still thinking about it. That's awesome. All right. Envelope number 8. Let's get after it. Good luck to all teams in the multi. How about another hit here? Here we go. Good luck to everybody in the multi-sport. Oh. All right, guys. Do you recognize this young gentleman down here? I can already tell you this is going to be a pretty cool hit. That's pretty dope already. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, that is sick. That is sick. That is sick. Oh, man. I love it. This is definitely one that I would PC myself. Not that I wouldn't PC most of the things that come out of here, but this is dope. Wow. That's a cool pick, yeah. Dunk contest. I mean, look at the guys sitting here sideline. Bogues, Malone, Drexler. Obviously, Jordan waiting to go next. That is sick. Yeah. That is a basketball hit for the basketball spot. It is Beckett Cert. On the Beckett Cert there. 2W407086. Of course, you know who we're looking at, right? The guy who gave some of the hardest dunks that I've ever seen in a dunk contest in terms of just pure force. Dominique Wilkins. Silver Sharpie on the black backgrounds. That's sick. Man, that's cool. Nice hit. This one on the basketball spot. So I think Dominique can join some of these guys up top here. We won't entirely move the Greek Freak, but Dominique deserves to be up there. That's a nice spot for him right there. All right, basketball. Basketball for the multi-sport. This one's going to Tony. Tony W takes it down. So Tony W takes down the basketball. Tony R takes down the football. Congrats. Hey, hey. That's a nice hit. A really nice one. All right. Quick little recap. We had the Dominique Wilkins come out for basketball in the multi-sport. We had Eddie Lacy come out for the football spot in the multi-sport. For the basketball jersey this week, we had the Greek Freak. The Greek Freak came out for the Milwaukee Bucks. That went out to Dan B, fantasy football champ for this year, the inaugural year. We had Darian Hatcher come out for the Dallas Stars. So the Hatcher went out to Jean Ree. And for the football, we had Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp came out for the Bucks on the sign and slab. That went out to Ashley. And then we had Joe Montana. Joe Montana came out for the San Francisco 49ers. And the San Francisco 49ers was Mike. Mike A took that one down. All right. Yeah. Curry, Ray Allen, Sigma, Stoudemire, Scalabrini, Hardaway. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a really cool product. Congrats to you. 7 jerseys. White Mamba, yeah. Had to throw in the White Mamba. He had a cup of coffee in Chicago. It was fun to watch. I was always a Scalabrini fan. All right, fellas. So that will constitute the end of the break, but we still got a little bit of business to take care of. So Facebook guys. So I'm going to shift over screen here to the dice roll. We had 10 guys that were in for the freebie break this month. So if you're interested in the freebie break, feel free. If you join into the Facebook group, there is a link in the video description. We'll get you guys going there. So again, free of charge once a month. I try to do like the first weekend of the month. Try to mix it up. It's not always basketball. Sometimes it's football. I got some soccer. I got some things that I've been kind of holding on to in my PC. And why not share it with some other people that I know love sports? All right. So I got the dice roller there. I think you guys can see it because on my phone I can see it there. All right. Let's roll 2 dice. This will determine how many times that we randomize the names. And I've got a nice 4. Got a little 4 there. All right, 2 dice. We're gonna random 4 times. Whoever's name is on the top after 4 randomizations takes down the NBA hoops hanger box. All right. In terms of the names, here we go. You guys let me know if you can't see it. I'm also streaming on my phone, so I can see if it's on there, but I think you guys can see it there. So we got 10 names off of Facebook for the freebie break. Appreciate it, Tony. So then in order, we got Josh, we got Braden, we got Jake, we got Dan, Tony, Darren, Gino, Shannon, Ken, and Jean-Ree. The order that you see here is the order that people responded to my post. And then I included the numbers there so you guys could see everything. All right, we know we got to roll this thing 4 times from the dice roll. Let's do it. Whoever's name is on the top there after 4 rolls or 4 randomizations, we'll take it down. All right, let's do this thing. All right, there's the first one. Let's go again. So there's 2. You guys can see it down here 2 times. Here's 3. And the 4th and final time, whoever's name's on the top there takes it down. Good luck to all the guys on Facebook. I appreciate you. Good luck. 4th and final time. Here we go. All right. This one's going out to Braden. Braden has been in the Facebook group for a while now. Really solid dude. Congrats to Braden. Yeah. No problem, Jean-Ree. Thanks for jumping in on a weekly basis. I appreciate it, sir. Congrats to you. This one's going out to Braden. So Braden takes it down. I realize some of you guys will probably take off. If you still want to watch me open this thing, I'm more than happy to have you. If you're taking off, I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday nights. Have a great week. We'll be back on Saturday if you guys are interested. So we'll be back on Saturday And then if you're in the Facebook group at some point during the week here, I'm going to try to post this guy and we'll do like a little score prediction. Whoever gets close to the score prediction on Super Bowl Sunday. So it won't be like this next break coming up, but the break after. Whoever has the closest score prediction on Facebook, I will give you a freebie pack of Chronicles. And it does have the rookies in there in terms of Joe Burrow's rookie, Tua's rookie, Herbert's rookie. A nice little giveaway. All right. So we got this guy for Braden. Like I said, Braden took down this one here. Yeah, that would be awesome. Keep the bangers going. We've had some really nice hits here tonight. I'm happy with that. So then, all right, Braden, let's do this. I'm not sure if he's here live, but if he watches, I know that he will sometimes watch the video after the fact. Congrats, Braden. Thanks for being a solid dude. Let's do this thing. NBA hoops. All right. And when it comes to these little hanger boxes, we got these cards right here. And then I'll spare you guys the top loading and the sleeving and all that good stuff. I will do that after I shut down the stream, just so the stream doesn't take 6 more hours. All right, here we go. I'll give my little spiel. I always find it fun to open these cards and then think back to, I can already see a pretty nice name here on the back. So that's a nice one. All right, I always like to look back at these cards and think about the teams that people were on. In terms of what we're looking for, I'm going to try to keep this on screen. In terms of what we're looking for, I threw the box. I forgot to say it. We've got some purple disco prisms. So those are the kind of parallel hits in there. But really, any of the rookies would be nice. Let's do this thing. All right, this is for Braden. All right, Nicholas Batum for the Hornets. Nicholas Batum for the Hornets. Bojan Bogdanovic for the Jazz. Tristan Thompson for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I always liked how these hoops cards looked. All right, we got George Hill for the Milwaukee Bucks. All right, Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant popping out here. And this one's for the Denver Nuggets. CJ McCollum for Portland, the Trailblazers. Lonzo Ball for the Pelicans. Rudy Gay, San Antonio. Steven Adams, OKC Thunder. Rookie card, Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome for the Phoenix Suns. Jordan McLaughlin, rookie card, Minnesota Timberwolves. Romeo Langford, rookie card, Boston Celtics. Dwayne Wade on the NBA Hoops Tribute. All right. We got Eric Bledsoe, Milwaukee Bucks. This is on the Prism. Eric Bledsoe on the Prism. Luke Kennard for Detroit on the parallel. I do forget what these parallels were called, but it's cool nonetheless. You guys could see the parallel to it. All right, here go those purple discos. All right, we got Aaron Baines for the Phoenix Suns. Purple disco. Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz. Purple disco. We got Terrence Ross. Orlando Magic. Purple disco. Derek Jones Jr. Purple Disco for the Miami Heat. That's a cool way to end it. How about NBA Hoops? Get out of the way. NBA Hoops, get out of the way. That's a cool looking card. Of course, for the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic. Which I imagine every Mavs fan is still hoping or would be hoping that he would still be on the team. What a trade. That's going to be a trade that we talk about for the rest of our lives. Yeah, it's a cool little hit. I like that. Is the number 1 card in the set. That's cool. All right, quick little recap there in terms of cards that I liked. Yeah, I'm going to say that these are probably my 2 favorite cards that we got here. The Kennards and Luka. I would say Luka takes the cake. Get out of the way. All right, congrats to Braden. Braden, I'll get that all set up for you and get that out in the mail. All right, guys, if you jumped onto the Facebook, be on the lookout for this guy. Again, just score prediction. So you guys can tell me for the Super Bowl what you're thinking, who's going to win, what's the score going to be, whoever gets closest. We'll do it that way. If there are any ties or anything, we'll just do some dice rolling and go from there. Yeah, thanks, Dan B. I appreciate it. You have a great week as well. Hopefully we'll see you Saturday night if you're interested. So thanks again, everybody. I appreciate you guys jumping in this week. Thanks for jumping in, picking up the spots, helping me fill the breaks. We'll be back next Saturday. We'll have a good time. If you want to join us, no pressure. We will have the Blitz box. So if you guys want 5 items for football to celebrate the Super Bowl, hopefully some good bangers sitting inside there for somebody. All right. Tony, I appreciate it, sir. You have a great week as well. We'll catch you on the other side. All right, everybody. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Enjoy your friends and family. Until next time. All right, fellas. Have a great week. Stay warm. Transparency. See ya.